and welcome to Titanium Colors Tarot, and today I will be doing a what will your current perspective gift you video. Okay, so for this I'll be using some concepts from Superconscious Education brought to us by Chris Duncan, and also a tarot deck. Alright, I think this is the Rider-Waite, but I'm not sure. The tarot deck does not have a name on it. But what I know is that if I ever need a clarifying deck, right, I'll be using the Rider-Waite miniature. Oh, cut it to the Lovers. Ace of Wands and the Lovers. Interesting. Okay, so that is what I have for that. I'll be using the 9 orientations from Superconscious Education to divide this reading. So what I just thought of like a couple of moments ago was that a question for you guys, which I would gladly hear the answers, or read the answers, should I say, which is, if you were ever presented an opportunity to strengthen your intuition, what would you like to strengthen in specific? All right, because I am going to utilize that to put together a content to help you better strengthen your intuition. Okay, so help me help you is basically what I'm doing. Okay, so with that, and I mean the whole concept is allowing your intuition to flow so that you can then utilize it to better achieve your goals, because your intuition is basically you connecting with your higher self, and your higher self letting you in on how to continue. Now, if you aren't completely fine with the concept of higher self, you can think of it as your guides, your angels, gods, your ancestors, what have you. It doesn't really matter how you define it. The important thing is that we understand the concept of it, that we are connecting to something more powerful than us to get information from them. Kind of like we're connecting to the internet, but the internet of the divine, and we are getting information from that. Okay, so that was it for my insights. So now let us get into the reading. What will your current perspective gift you? All right, with the Empress at the bottom of the deck. As I was shuffling, Empress, 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Tower. Now, the Tower doesn't necessarily have to be something that will completely destroy your things that completely shock your system. It's something that might be a good shock, not necessarily a bad shock. All right? It's just something that you were not expecting that might give you some headaches and some sleepless nights, but that will lead you to your King of Cups, which will lead to your 4 of Wands, which will ultimately be a 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups, something connecting with past soul partners or someone from a past life, which will be which will lead you to the Ace of Cups, a completely new emotional journey, and which will lead you to the 6 of Wands, a victory, leading you to the King of Wands, someone who is in complete control and in complete in charge of all of what they do, which will lead to which will lead to a quick movement forward towards your divine counterpart with the Queen of Wands. We have the King of Wands before the Chariot. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Or you can see this as the King of Wands is quickly and swiftly moving towards his Queen of Wands. Okay? That is amazing. Okay, I'm not going to put those back in the deck. So, my gorgeous triple tiers, let us begin with the first group of individuals I'll be pulling for, which are the perfectionists. The individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message? Too many cards? For my perfectionists, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. Okay. I will not take these. I will not take any of these. Oh, that was a star. Because the cards are like, we want to talk. But please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. And you got the 8 of Swords. It will give you the impression that what your current perspective will give to you is an impression that you're stuck, that there's no movement forward, you can't break free from your bondage, and that you're encircled by swords. But in reality, if you just shook your head a little vigorously, you would be able to dislodge the bandage around your eyes, which will allow you to see that there is like clear your path. You can move forward. There's no issues. These swords are not very deeply embedded in the earth. They're just like superficially planted there. Okay? So that is what I have for my perfectionists. Okay? And now I'm going to clarify. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and clarify what this 8 of Swords is all about. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the perfectionists, please come forward and share what this 8 of Swords is about. See? The Star card, which was one of the cards that, one of the cards that came out for while I was pulling for the 8 of Swords. So, my perfectionists, you feel like there's no movement forward in regards to a wish fulfillment. So what your current perspective will give to you is worry and fear and feeling stuck in regards to your wish fulfillment. Because that's what the star is. Your wish is being granted. Okay, so that was it for my perfectionists. Now, on to my helpers. The individuals who intuitively know how to assist anyone in any given situation at any time and anywhere. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my helpers, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my helpers, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. The 8 of Wands, which would indicate long-distance messaging, quick long-distance messages. Okay? Now, let's clarify. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my helpers, please come forward and clarify what this long-distance messaging is going to be about. And the card that came out is the 3 of Cups. Long-distance messaging about a party a hafle. I'm not I think that's an Arabic word for party. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like a khanjuik, which is an Armenian word for party. Good times with friends, you know? So, long distance messaging about a party that's going to happen for my gorgeous helpers. Okay? So, that was it for you guys. So, now on to my achievers, the individuals who intuitively know how to set goals and go about achieving them one by one. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message for my achievers, the Emperor. Please, the Emperor wants to pop out. So please, and in my opinion, the best card to indicate an achiever is the Emperor. So, all four of the kings are achievers, but the most achieved achiever, if I can say that, the biggest achiever in the gang is the Emperor, because he controls all four kingdoms. He's the boss of all four kings, with the 9 of Pentacles that just want to pop out, be like, hey, I'm here. Alright, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share what will their current perspective gift them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share what their current perspective will gift them this week. And you got the 8 of Pentacles. Slow but steady movement towards your objective. And yes, slow and steady movement towards your objective. Now, let's clarify, shall we? We shall. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and clarify. Why the 8 of Pentacles? And you got the King of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. You will achieve slow and steady movement towards your wanted objective, because and the clarifying card is the King of Wands, because you know exactly how to make it happen. So you are doing the steps necessary to achieve your 8 of Pentacles. You're slowly working your way to your 8th Pentacle, because you are the King of Wands, and the King of Wands in my mind is someone who is in complete charge of what they're doing and who knows everything that needs to happen. I think I mentioned that the best card to represent, an achiever would be the Emperor, and the Emperor is all four kings rolled into one, so by ipso facto it also indicates the King of Wands. But in my opinion, the best depiction of even an Emperor, the side of the Emperor which is more in alignment with the achiever, would be the King of Wands, the person who is in complete charge of their actions, who knows what they need to do in order to achieve their wanted objective. Okay, so that was it for my achievers. So now on to my individualists, the individuals who intuitively know what to place in the center of attention, how long to keep it there, for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. And you got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Slow movement forward, which is interesting because it's like slow movement forward towards your wanted objectives, which will make you extremely happy with the 10 of Cups. Okay, So my individualists, you're slowly but surely moving. Okay. No, okay. What I'm getting is more Knight of Pentacles vibe. At least this week. You are depicting more the Knight of Pentacles energy instead of the Knight of Swords energy. And just that fact that you're slowly but surely moving towards your objectives and achieving them in ways and methods that will be more achievable and more doable for you is what is giving you complete and total emotional fulfillment. Okay? And so now let's clarify, shall we? My individualists. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share what their current perspective will gift them this week. When you see a card, you can't unsee it. So, okay. So, clarifying that, clarifying the slow and steady movement towards your objectives, which will give you complete emotional fulfillment. It's clarified by it's a new start to a emotional connection. It's a new start to an emotional connection with someone who is who up to this point has been stingy with what they gave you, because they were concentrating on past things that did not go well, instead of concentrating on the potential future possibilities that lay ahead, right? Because on the Five of Cups, this individual is concentrating on the 3 cups that have been filled over, and not 2 cups that are standing behind him. But not only that, he's not noticing the fact that on the other shore, okay, like not too far away, there's a bridge leading to a castle, which would be much more valuable than 3 spilled wine glasses. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, so that was it for the individualists. So now on to my investigators, the individuals who intuitively know what to research, how long to research it, where to research it, for what aim and what purpose. Okay, so I pulled cards for this already. The video did not take, so I'm going to do this again. The main tarot card that came out for you guys was the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups made me think of house party, made me think of prom, but it's not going to be prom because we're in May. And prom, at least here in Quebec, generally happens in June. So when I clarified it, I got the 6 of Cups. So what I got from that is that you are having a party to celebrate a past life connection that you've come into a connection with, or that you are going to plan a party, just like plan a get together with friends, and usually when you have a soulmate, okay, most people don't really quite understand why the tie is so strong within this connection, but you're like, but when it's a real soul connection, okay, generally you don't understand why you're connected to this person, why you have such emotion for them, because on paper they would not be your type, right? But you're like, something's keeping me here, and that something is generally due to a past life connection, a deeper connection that your soul craves. Okay, that's how I see it. And so that is why the Six of Cups came out, because Six of Cups indicates past life connection, someone from earlier in your life, someone with whom you have deep soul ties. So maybe what I was picking up on in the first version that I did of this was that you might feel this strong tie. People around you might not understand why, because you're so different, but you still want this connection. You still are going to this connection. For example, I got a reading a couple of months ago, and this lady was like, this connection. So at some point, it's not, you're gonna wonder if you're in the right connection. And I'm like, I didn't tell her this, but I'm like, this is normal. This is what any relationship is. Like, when it's been long enough that you've been with someone, you start wondering why you're still there, and you start asking yourself questions. Am I with the right person? Which is generally what happens with married couples, right? Now, it does not mean that, like, it's a big decision to make. Who am I going to spend the rest of my life with, because for me, once you get married, there's no going back. You made your decision. You're with this person for the rest of your life. That's just me. That's how I was brought up. All right, so that was it for my investigators. Now on to my loyalists. I already pulled 2 cards. I pulled the cards that came out, all right, were the Knight of Cups and the World card. So this, to me, for my loyalists, would indicate that you are going to get a steady love offer, okay? Because the Knights are the messengers of the tarot, okay? So you're going to get a love message from someone that will indicate a cycle completing. Now, this might be the end of something, or this might be a new beginning. Now, when I say cycle, it doesn't necessarily... What I mean by cycle is... what am I trying to say? I am trying to say that this emotional message will either lead you to decide if you're going to go on the next merry-go-round with this person, if you're going on the merry-go-round again with this person, or if the cycle is complete and you are now ready to move on. That is what I am getting, okay? So now let's clarify why this for my loyalists. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share why the Knight of Cups and the World card. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share why Queen of Wands wanted to pop out and the Hangman. Okay, so please explain why both these cards came out, please. And you got the Knight of Swords, pointing towards the left. Now, the Knight of Swords, okay, is fast-moving, energy that you did in the past, because this card came out pointing towards the left. Now, this would indicate to me that you are getting this emotional offer of someone wanting to invest in you now emotionally, because you took a step towards this person in the past and you made your intentions clear. And not only that, but because you were consistent in your efforts. Well, not efforts, but you were consistent in you were consistent in what you were proving to this person, that yes, you were interested, but it wasn't just a one-time thing. It was an actual, I'm interested, and I'm interested for the long haul. Like, I'm gonna stick this one through with you, and I'm not gonna back down, because I will not back down by you trying to push me away, is basically what I'm getting from this. Okay. So that was it for my loyalists. Basically, my loyalists, what you've been working on up to this point is paying off, is what I'm getting. Alright. So, yes. Now, on to my enthusiasts. The individuals who intuitively know what to be enthusiastic about, how long to stay enthusiastic about it, and with what aim and what purpose. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts, please come forward and share what will their current perspective gift them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got the 5 of Wands. Fun. Practice. You see, in this card, I see this more as practice. It's like play fighting. As Minopan says, it's like practicing for the actual fights, but being able to, well, in the actual fights you'd be using swords, but in this practice run you're using wands, batons, which would, at worst comes to worst, give a big ass bruise, but not actually break anything, except if you hit their head like if you whack their head really strong, that might leave a mark. But I mean, I'm just saying. So, my gorgeous enthusiasts, is your current perspective going to lead you into a situation where you might get bruised? For some enthusiasts, your ego might get bruised. And for other enthusiasts, your body might get bruised, is what I'm picking up on. Alright, so now let us clarify. So for my enthusiasts, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message. For my enthusiasts, please come forward and clarify why the 5 of Wands. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts, please come forward and share. And you got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So, my enthusiasts, are you practicing defending are you practicing defending yourself so that you will be prepared when it comes time to defending your emotions or defending your emotional interests? Or are you preparing yourself for what might happen within this connection, within the connection that you are getting into? Okay, that is interesting. So that was it for my enthusiasts. Now on to my protectors, the individuals who intuitively know what to keep safe, how long to keep it safe for, with what aim and what purpose, or for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my protectors, please come forward and share what their current perspective will gift them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. Why is my voice cracking? Am I reading for a teen? Please come forward and share their current perspective will gift them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got the 6 of Swords. Awesome. Moving to calmer waters. Moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. Yep. And And so whatever this is, it's going to give you some relief. Now, let's clarify. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my protectors, please come forward and clarify why the Six of Swords. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good, and you got the Five of Swords. You're moving into calmer waters. You're moving at an easier time because you've put bygones behind you. You've put petty arguments behind you. You've put people who are testing who tests you in the past. And you're like, I have enough of that. You can keep your idiotic nonsense to yourself. Thank you very much. I am here in the form. Yeah. Okay. So the Six of Swords was because you were in someone who was stingy and who did not want to give to you, was in your auric field or was in your energy field. And the reason why you're moving into calmer waters is because you've put that in past. You put the discussions, the disputes you'd have with them in the past. You're like, if I'm going to continue working with this person, I need to change the way I work because this is not working for me. Okay, so that is what I have for my protectors. Now on to my chameleons, the individuals who intuitively know what intuitive style to use in any given situation. All right, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got the Queen of Cups. Being emotionally stable, being emotionally intelligent, being emotionally stable, being at shore, being super close to your emotions, like right at the edge of your emotions, being able to feel your emotions and not get swayed by your emotions. So you're emotionally intelligent. So either you are becoming this or you are attracting someone who is like this into your reality. Okay, now let us clarify. The card for my chameleons. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share. Too many cards. Please come forward and share. And by share to clarify why the Queen of Cups for the chameleons. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share what their current perspective will give them this week. Okay. And you got the Queen of Swords and the Fool. Okay. So So your current perspective, my gorgeous chameleons, will gift you emotional intelligence, emotional stability, and focus. If you can see, this queen is clearly focused on this vase or this trophy of some sort. Great. Complete and total focus, which are clarified by the Queen of Swords and the Fool. Now these Now this indicates that she's able to focus on that trophy with such so clearly, because first of all, she is now able to cut out anything that no longer serves her, right? With the Queen of Swords, and she is willing to start off on a new adventure with the Fool card, completely devoid of past experiences. So she cut off that which no longer served her with the Queen of Swords, which allowed her to begin a new adventure completely devoid of any past experiences. Okay? So that was it for my chameleons. Alright? So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys this week for this video series. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description on this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.